Welcome. We're going to go through a nice, efficient, quick lower body warm-up that's great for preparing yourself for sport, for intense lifting, or for any type of more intense lower body based workout. So you don't need any equipment, you only need a little bit of floor space, and we are going to get started. So quadruped position, we're going to work on some hip cars, big hip rotations. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to pull your left knee up, pry out, rotate, kicking the ankle back and up, pull underneath you. Then we're going to go back, trying to get our biggest range of motion. Pry the ankle and knee out and pull underneath. Then we're going to go back again, one more rep. As big as you can go, think about keeping your belly button and chest pointed down. Notice how my back isn't really moving. All about that hip. Good, let's go ahead and switch legs. So same thing with the other leg. We're going to pull up, pry that knee out away from the belly button, rotate the ankle up, kick the ankle and knee back, pull under, drive back, pry the knee and ankle towards that armpit, pull underneath. Then we'll repeat one more time, and we want to make sure this is as big as we can go and pain-free. If your hips feel a little extra gunky here, feel free to do more reps. But now what we're going to do is some ankle cars lying down. So you have two options. You can either hold a nice hammy stretch like this, or for a little more intensity and more stretch at your ankle and hamstring, you can clasp, grab on just above your ankle, then lean back, get a nice stretch, and from here, nice big ankle cars. So you're going to rotate your ankle as much as you can. And as you're doing this, not letting anything else move. So your thigh, your shin, none of that is moving as you try to draw the biggest circle you can with your ankle. Let's switch directions. So same ankle, other direction. Nice big circle. You want to feel those lower leg muscles working to pull that ankle around in a circle. Really get all those tissues fired up in there. Woo! Awesome news. We get to switch it up. So whichever version you prefer, you can go ahead and hit that. Get in a position where you're able to relax your head and neck. Okay, even if that means a cushion under your head. Stretch, nice big ankle cars. There we go. What I like about this one too is it gets your upper body, your hands, your gripping, your forearms a little fired up too. So if you're going to hit a lift or something where you need to be gripping weights or something like that, you're prepared. Let's switch directions. Nice big circle. So for these warm-ups, it's really nice to do some multitasking here where we're hitting two things, a little hammy stretch as well as this ankle prep, these ankle cars. All right, go ahead and relax there for a moment. Now we're going to do some cat-cows. So we're going to segmentally move the spine one vertebrae at a time. Very key that we're able to get that spine ready to go. That's going to be important for any lower body activity. So just like we started quadruped position, drooped down through your spine, then imagine if you had a tail, you're tucking it between your legs. So we're going to tuck our pelvis, tuck our tail, slowly move our spine like a wave all the way up toward the head and chin. You can even tuck your chin. Now, leading with that tail again, we're going to kick back and up, start to droop. Little by little, imagine you're moving one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow, moving all the way up to your upper back and neck. One more time, tuck that pelvis. Round, round, round as much as you can. Nice and slow. Then start with the pelvis. This might not go super smooth, super wavy, and that's okay. Over time, it will get better. And as with any of this stuff, if you're feeling particularly tight or stiff or sore, feel free to add in more reps as part of your warm-up. Now we're going to go back on our back. We're going to do some bridging. So Here, we just worked on that pelvic tuck, right? I want you to tuck that pelvis like you're tucking your tail. Drive through your heels, bridge up. Hips stay high. From this position, we're going to reach the knee up, back down. Other knee up, back down. And I'm going to have you alternate. We're going for about 30 seconds. I want you to try to pull the knee up as high as you can without losing height. Okay, so you're driving hard through one foot as you reach the other knee up. We're going to feel one glute fire as the hip flexors fire in the other one. It's been about 6 seconds, right? We're about a fifth of the way there. Some quick math for you. Also, that's a joke. All right, last one, big pull. Bring it back down. Whew. So next up, we're going to work on some knee cars, okay, some knee rotations. Any lower body stuff is going to involve the knees to a degree. They need to be able to rotate. So thigh stays still, kneecap stays still, hand can kind of guide this upper leg or hold it in place. And we're going to rotate and rotate. Okay, so this shin is turning internally and externally as much as possible. You might not feel a whole lot, and maybe it doesn't want to move much. That's okay. Our intention is to really get that knee moving. This is great for recovery and for prep. A lot of injuries happen when the knee is forced to rotate in a way it cannot or is not used to. So we're trying to just get it more used to this rotation. Let's switch up, okay? I also love doing this if you're doing a workout, whether it's running based, in the weight room, etc., something else. In between sets of higher intensity stuff, this is a really nice thing to do because you're accumulating some good, healthy mobility work in a way that's not super tiring. It's not going to tax you if you're recovering from something more intense. There we go. So something you can do with everything we're doing today, but it might be easier with the knees, is assess how they move and how they compare to one another in their movement. Does one rotate more one direction than the other? And more than the other leg? Relax there. Now we're going to come up to standing and we're going to get our legs moving a little bit more. So staggered stance, right foot slightly forward, left foot slightly back. We're going to do some squats, okay? 12 squats, we're going to slowly speed up. As low as you can comfortably go now. All right, if you can go lower, go for it. All right, staggered stance. We're going for 12 or somewhere around there, depending on if we can keep count. And by we, I mean me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool, shake it out a little bit. We'll stagger our stance again. Okay, the other way, left foot slightly forward, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. There we go, speeding up if you can. You're getting a little bit fired up there, and got it. Okay, just a couple more real quick things to get the ankles a little bit more. We're gonna go in a kneeling position. I'm gonna have you here, rock forward onto your ankle so you get a little stretch. Maintain this rock, and we are going to push through the ball of our foot to push up and down. Push up and down. Let's do a few more reps of this. So I need to really get a nice contraction here, get used to driving, getting that plantar flexion, and then pulling into dorsiflexion, which is this. Plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. Make it a real active effort here. Big contraction, big pull in. Yeah, there we go. Let's just go for one more. And you can relax. Maybe you can hear my knees and ankles making some noise. If you get that, popping, cracking, whatever, as long as it doesn't hurt and it's not super uncomfortable, I wouldn't worry too much about it, okay? So here we go. Rock forward into a nice stretch. This heel can come off, that's okay, I'm not worried about that. Keep this stretch, dorsiflexion, drive up, back down. Drive up, back down. As you go, you can try to put more weight into that ankle if you want. You can push down if that feels okay. Yeah, push up, actively pull down. Use the shin, use the top of the foot to pull yourself down and in. There we go. Last one. Whew, okay. Final thing we're gonna do is some crawls, forward and back. I love the way this gets the core ready, as well as the knees and ankles. So you're going to take a few steps forward, a few steps back. We're going for about 30 seconds, opposite hand and foot. Okay, so we're here, nice and smooth. Opposite hand and foot going forward, going back. Maybe 4 to 8 steps at a time, depending on how much space you have. It can just be 1 or 2 steps. Good. Keep the knees nice and low. That'll keep some tension on the ankles and the quads. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Great work there. So this was a nice, really quick, efficient way to warm up and prepare your lower body for more intense exercise. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you use it. And as always, don't forget to smile.